Admiral Zextar's mandibles clicked in satisfaction as he surveyed the holographic display aboard the flagship Dominion's Edge. 300 Kitharan vessels surrounded the lone human destroyer that had foolishly ventured into their trap. The UES Defiant hung motionless in space, her hull scarred from the initial barrage, life support flickering like a dying star. "Pathetic," Zextar hissed through his translator. "These mammals call themselves warriors? One ship against our entire second fleet?" His tactical officer, a younger Kitharan named Velros, shifted nervously. "Admiral, our intelligence suggests human vessels are unpredictable. Perhaps we should exercise caution." Silence. Zextar's four eyes blazed crimson. For 2 cycles, these humans have defied the hegemony's expansion. Today, we demonstrate why the galaxy bows to Kitharan might. Begin the final bombardment. The fleet's weapons powered up, casting an ominous glow across the void. Plasma cannons and quantum torpedoes locked onto their target. On every ship, crews prepared to witness the destruction of yet another human vessel. Then something impossible happened. The UES Defiant simply wasn't there anymore. "Report," Zextar roared, his claws scraping against the command console. "Sir, sensors show no explosion, no debris field, no energy signatures consistent with destruction," Velros stammered. "The vessel has simply vanished from our sensors entirely." Across the fleet, confusion rippled through communication channels. Ships reported the same impossible reading, or lack thereof. 300 of the most advanced warships in Kitharan space had somehow lost track of a single, damaged human destroyer. "Impossible," Zextar muttered. "No species possesses technology capable of—" His words died as proximity alarms shrieked throughout the bridge. The UES Defiant materialized directly in the center of the Kitharan formation, less than 2 kilometers from the flagship. But something was wrong with the human vessel. Where once her hull had been scarred and venting atmosphere, now she gleamed like polished obsidian. Strange energy patterns danced across her surface and her weapons. Her weapons were unlike anything in Kitharan databases. Captain Elena Vasquez stood on the bridge of the Defiant, her calm voice cutting through the chaos of battle stations. "Status report, Commander Chen." "Phase transition complete, Captain," her executive officer replied, his fingers dancing across holographic controls. "Quantum displacement drive is holding steady. We're exactly where we need to be." Vasquez nodded, studying the tactical display that now showed 300 enemy vessels surrounding her ship. Any other captain might have felt overwhelmed. She felt vindicated. "Sir," Lieutenant Harper called from the communication station, "we're receiving demands for surrender from the flagship." "They seem confused." "I imagine they are," Vasquez said, a slight smile playing at her lips. "Open a channel to the entire Kitharan fleet." The bridge fell silent as she stepped forward, her image now broadcasting to every enemy vessel in the formation. "This is Captain Elena Vasquez of the United Earthship Defiant," she began, her voice carrying the weight of absolute authority. "For months, your Admiral Zextar has hunted my ship across 3 star systems, believing us to be retreating in fear. You were wrong." On the Kitharan flagship, Zextar leaned forward, his compound eyes fixed on the human female who had somehow outmaneuvered his entire fleet. "We weren't running from you," Vasquez continued. "We were leading you exactly where we wanted you. You see, while you've been chasing one human destroyer, our scientists completed something your species thought impossible. A practical quantum displacement drive. We didn't retreat into your trap, Admiral. You followed us into ours." The human captain's expression hardened. "For 2 years, your forces have glassed human colonies, enslaved our people, and declared our species unworthy of existence. Today that ends." Zextar's blood ran cold as he realized the tactical situation. His fleet, arranged in a perfect sphere to contain the human vessel, now found themselves clustered in the worst possible formation, every ship within optimal firing range of every other ship. "Sir," Velros whispered, "if they fire indiscriminately in our current formation, the crossfire will destroy us all." Zextar finished, the words tasting like ash in his mouth. On the Defiant, Commander Chen looked up from his station. "Captain, all weapons are charged and ready. Quantum torpedoes locked on primary targets. Railguns targeting secondary vessels, and the new particle beam array is standing by." Vasquez keyed her communicator to the fleet-wide channel one final time. "Admiral Zextar, I'm transmitting our terms for your surrender. You have 60 seconds to respond before we demonstrate why humans don't stay down when knocked down." We get back up, we learn, we adapt, and we hit back harder. The Kytheran admiral stared at the transmission, reading terms that would effectively end the hegemony's expansion into human space. 60 seconds to decide between surrender and mutual annihilation. 59 seconds. His tactical officers were running calculations, desperately searching for a way out. Their own weapons were useless. Any shot fired in their current formation would likely hit their own ships. 40 seconds. Admiral, Velros said quietly. The humans, they've been 3 moves ahead this entire time. 30 seconds. Zextar looked at the human ship floating serenely in the center of his fleet, no longer the damaged prey he'd been hunting. She was the predator, and he was the one caught in the trap. 20 seconds, and sir? His communications officer prompted. Zextar closed his 4 eyes, feeling the weight of defeat settle on his shoulders. In all his cycles of conquest, he had never encountered a species that turned retreat into victory, that used their own destruction as bait for a larger trap. 10 seconds. He opened his eyes and looked at the human captain on the display, calm, confident, utterly certain of her position. Open a channel, he said finally. The Second Fleet surrenders. As Kytheran vessels began powering down their weapons, Captain Vasquez allowed herself a small smile. Humanity had just taught the galaxy its most important lesson. Never corner something tougher than you are. The UES Defiant had vanished as prey and reappeared as apex predator, and the galaxy would never be the same.